Good afternoon, YouTubers. Tsquare with Tsquare Talks. Hope everybody's having a great day. It is Friday. Thank goodness we are ready for the weekend. For some of you guys that probably got family plans, going to go out, enjoy the weekend with your family. Some of you guys are just going to relax at home. I hope everybody has a great weekend. And today's video, we're going to talk a little bit about American Silver Eagles. It's a hot topic, and the premiums have been coming down. So I want to kind of recap a little bit about what we saw, what's happening now, and what could happen down the road. So to do that, I kind of pulled out some American Silver Eagles from the stack, and we're going to talk a little bit about that today. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button for me. Please make sure you hit that subscribe if you're not already subscribed, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think about this video and your thoughts on American Silver Eagles, because a lot of people will tell you American Silver Eagles are the go-to silver. And to a certain point, they are. There's a lot of tax advantages of buying American Silver Eagles when you go to sell them, if you pay taxes on it. And I say if you pay taxes on it because, you know, each country is going to be a little different. And each person's going to be a little different. And so we're going to talk a little bit about that. So in order to, before I get talking about that, I'm going to talk a little bit about something else too, because you've got to have a comparison in order to compare what's going on here. So here we both have in a SHTF scenario, everything's going crazy, silver is skyrocketing, and essentially you're going to have to trade a piece of silver for, I don't know, bunch of meat, bag of rice, some beans, whatever, some pew-pew shells, I don't know. And it comes down to it, people are they're gonna want silver. They're not gonna want dollars, in my personal opinion. So once you take that out of the equation, because the dollar at this point in the storyline would be hyperinflating, and an ounce of silver could be an ounce of silver. Now, I'm going to tell you a few different angles on this, so if someone's like, you disagree already, don't jump the gun just yet. Hear me out. So an ounce of silver is an ounce of silver. They're both an ounce of silver. They both have the same spot price on both of these, except one, if you buy today, you're going to pay an extremely low premium. This is an APMAX 1 ounce round. I'm showing this one because it's an advertisement round, and it just happens to be in my junk capsules. So these right here are what I call my junk silver. This is the stuff that, I mean, when I sometimes meet people in public and they're new to silver, I might pull one of these out. I might give it to them. I might, you know, just work out a trade. If it's someone just don't care and they're like, I just want some cheap silver, what do I got for options? What would be the cheapest silver I could get just to get my hands on some silver? Then this would be it. It's not pretty. You can look at this one. Look at this one. This one's really tarnished up and beat up, and I mean, you know, this is the junk, essentially. This is really what I would call junk silver, because it's not pretty. Could it be cleaned? Yes. It's not a collectible coin. It's just a bullion round, and they come in all different shapes. Well, I say shapes, but different. When you ping these together, I test all mine, but if you were to ping these on a ping test on different ones, some of them look really fake. Like, take a look at this one. Tell me that doesn't look fake. It's really just old. It's from like 1980. These three tubes are all really old ones, but all of them have been tested with an X-ray. So by scanning it with a Sigma, you know what you got. Now, on the flip side of that, it's an ounce of silver. If everything hit the fan, I would be happy that I have them, because it would be the first thing that I would trade off. Now, something like this, and let me reiterate too, right now with spot price, these only run maybe $2 over spot. So if you've got $23 spot, you're talking maybe $25, give or take a little bit. Then you got something like this, an American Silver Eagle. The coin that is most recognized anywhere you go in the world. Somebody will know this is an American Silver Eagle. And I put emphasis on that because people speak highly of them. They like them, even though there's something in the tube on this one. But that's okay. I'm not going to mess with it right now because I don't have my glove on me. People like these. They're beautiful. They're, some people might say collectible. To me, I used to think, oh, that's cool, they're collectible. But now I'm like, you know, look how many they've made. They've made tons of them. And people with a lot of money will buy them. You look at the $50 million purchase that was bought in Texas. They wanted a lot of American Silver Eagles. I mean, they took a ton of them. But here's the thing. The premiums on these are a lot higher. You go from approximately $2 over spot to potentially $5, $6, and still in some cases $7 over spot. If you look around a lot of the websites. Now, these right here I got from Universal Coin and Bullion. I have their information still at the bottom of every one of my videos now. Even if it's not a Universal video package opening, I still put their information because it's been there forever. And I still use them. The thing is, right now they're running a special on these, $28. I think it's like $28. It might even have gone down a little bit because that was a few days ago that I put in that order. They're beautiful coins. People recognize them. You're paying for a name recognition. You're paying for a recognition of it. Now, if, like I said, SHTF comes down to it, it doesn't really matter to me what ones I have because people are going to know it's silver. If they know you, if they know the game, the silver game, they're going to recognize gold and silver. And so therefore, you'll have something to barter with if you need to. If things continue to go down this road, though, that we are on right now, where, oh, everything's great, you know, the sky's still blue and the economy's great and inflation, they solved their debt ceiling. There's nothing to worry about. The banking crisis, come on, it's all done. And I'm going to do this because that's all totally BS. But that's the world, the sheeple of the world that believes that right now. You look on CNBC, you look on Squawk Box, you watch any of these things, they're going to tell you Jerome Powell's a hero. He organized a soft landing. And here's the thing. Meanwhile, around the world, people are basically talking behind our back. They're having their meeting, their big BRICS meeting pretty soon. They're organizing, I believe, how they're going to all ditch the dollar at the same time. They are tired of being sanctioned. They're tired of being educated, told the right way to do things. They're just tired of us intervening with them. And that's sad in a way that we have utilized the world reserve currency as a weapon. However, we have, and soon we're going to lose that privilege. And when we do, then it's not going to matter what silver. But in the meantime, if people are all buying up Silver Eagles every time something bad happens because they hear what the mainstream media says about, well, if you're going to buy silver, buy American Silver Eagles. Or, you know, if you watch some of these big dealers, I'm not going to name names, but some of these big websites, they tell you American Silver Eagles is the way to go. And if the masses are buying American Silver Eagles, then it's nice to know that you'll be able to make a profit if you want to flip it. Why do I even have American Silver Eagles here? Because the possibility that these might get flipped later. And what I mean by flipping does not mean I pay $28 and I'm going to turn around and sell it for $30. That does not mean a lot of people will do that. They will slap it on eBay and oh, a special, but you can only get one and this and that. What I mean when I say flip is I needed a new tire one day. And I always have some of these on me. I usually have some of these on me too. But this really pops people's eyes. People buy with their eyes. And I have pulled one of these out when the guy told me, look, I can give you a used tire. It'll have plenty of life on it, a lot of meat on the tire. I'll give it to you $50, and I'll even throw it on there for you right now. Okay. I said, can you do any better? It's not really. That's about the lowest I can go. And I said, hey, take a look at this. And I showed it to him, and he's like, wow, that's cool. What is it? I said, it's an American Silver Eagle. And I talked to him a few minutes about silver. And I said, I'll give you that if you take care of my tire situation. He handed it to his secretary, said, look online, see what one of these goes for. She came back out. She said, right around 40 to $50. Okay. Now, I told him after, I said, I'll be honest with you. If you buy them in bulk or you know where to buy them, you can get better deals on them. So because I wanted to be fully transparent with the guy. And he goes, no, if she said they run about 50, I'll do that. I'll trade it out for you. Here's what that saves somebody. It saves somebody, if I bought that at 30, let's say, hypothetical, because I have bought in a lot at 29 and 30. But now I'm picking them up at 28. I've actually picked them up even lower. But let's say $30. And he swapped it out for me for a $50 tire. I saved $20. Plus, I didn't have to pay taxes on that because I didn't use the American dollar. It was a small thing. And essentially, I saved money. I've done that with other things. A lot of people do that. They'll have these on them because they know they can trade them later in a lot of cases. People like gold and silver. I had someone tell me one day you could never go to a business and trade something like this for a meal or for a tire or for anything. And I said, you've never tried it. I said, have you tried it? And they said, no. I said, and that's why you don't know. People recognize silver. They like silver. They really recognize this coin more than this type of stuff. But once people learn about silver, here's what happens. This is the gateway silver. It brings them in. It's the first things a lot of them buy. Then they start wanting to dollar cost average down. They move into the cheapest possible stuff. I mean, these dirty ones in here, if I wanted to, I could clean them. They're not coins, therefore I'm not hurting the value of it in any way. They're just bullion rounds. And I'll be honest for a minute, these bullion rounds are no different than these bullion rounds. Only difference between these bullion rounds is this is part of a series. It's going to be a set of 15. It's going to be really popular, I believe, and therefore I've picked up a bunch of them. You guys have been following the channel. You know there's number 1. And there's number 2, and I don't have a number 3 sitting here, unfortunately, right now. And there's only 3 out right now. So, but I'm saying this because I don't want to see people get roped in on too expensive American Silver Eagles. Now, too expensive. If I picked up a bunch at 28, well, then I think 28 is pretty fair. I honestly think anything under 30 is pretty fair on these, my personal belief. But I'm also looking at what the spot price is because I have to weigh out the possibility of, I mean, is there a big gap? If all of a sudden I could buy these for 20 and these for 30, then it's a no-brainer. I'm going to go with this. But if you've only got $2 more, which right now you're talking $2 over or $5 over, that's what, $3, and actually I think it was a little less. I think it was $4.50, $4 or $4.50 over. So it's actually even a little less. I would rather pay the extra $2, $3 and get this because of the potential value today. But a lot of that has to do with, I already have ounces. If I'm new to stacking, I want bullion. I want whatever I can do to get something in my stack because, if things go sideways quick, I want something now. I mean, I might even take these if I'm limited on funds and, hey, I need the cheapest silver I can get. Right now, you're probably going to pay approximately $25.50 to $26 on these. You might get a 10-ounce bar for $2.50, $2.40, $24 versus $25. But a lot of people don't really necessarily like 10-ounce bars because they're big, they're bulky, and if I have to trade someone for something, I don't want to show them that I have a 10-ounce bar because that has stacker written all over it. I want to show them the bare minimum because if I'm forced to trade, then there's probably something bad going on, and then you have risks out there. So I just want to be like, yeah, someone had gave this to me. I don't know. Can you give me anything for it? I know it's silver. You could make up a story. I wouldn't tell them, yeah, I've been stacking forever. I had a channel that I talked about this stuff. Because then you're asking for more trouble than you really want, attention than you really want. So with that being said, that's going to conclude our video. I hope I elaborated a little bit for you guys on American Silver Eagles, what I like, why I like. And I like them right now at the price. There was even a time a little while back where you could trade a monster box of American Silver Eagles for 600 ounces of generics. I have a good friend of mine. He traded a monster box of Silver Eagles and ended up getting a monster box and an extra 4 or 5 tubes of koalas, which was pretty cool. He did it again with a monster box of Eagles of a different year and got a box of Philharmonics. But this was back when everybody wanted the American Silver Eagle. And now that the demand has slowed a little bit, the supply has ramped up, we're seeing the premiums on it come down, and boom. So with that being said, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. I will see you guys again next time. Hopefully we're going to go live one night this weekend. So keep in touch. Thanks everybody for watching. I will see you guys. Well, no matter what, I'll see you guys tomorrow with a video. Unless we go live tomorrow night, then it'll be a short. So take care, everybody. Y'all have a great night. And don't forget, hit that thumbs up if you didn't hit it yet. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.